Right, so we've just pulled up to look at this car. This is what we do on Sundays. We go look at cars that we shouldn't be buying. But we had a look at this yesterday and it looks like something I want to tackle. Yeah, so we're going to go in, check this car out. If it's all good, I'll be driving out of here in about 20 minutes.
What?
I did it. What a beater. Jesus. Made it. Wasn't the smoothest of drives, but we got there. Jake's locked up. Haven't heard from him, so not sure if we're going to be able to do anything like today. Might have to wait till tomorrow, but if we do hear from him soon, try and just give it a bit of a clean and then, yeah, check out the extent of the damage on this thing. She's got potential though. Should be fun. Okay, so my GoPro is dead flat, so I'm back to my phone. First thing I'm gonna have a crack at is this front guard. It's obviously super chalky original paint, and I just want to do literally 1 quarter and clean up 1 wheel and tire just to see the progress we can make, and it gives you a little bit of glimmer of hope of what's to come. Okay, so I've done a quick once over on that guard to see what this comes up like. And yeah, so far pretty good. I'm gonna probably hit it with a wall pad, a bit more aggressive. Hack into it a bit more, get the shine up. And yeah, now I'm just gonna go over the rest of the car, give it all a good hose off, pretty much get it all, most of the sort of desert dirt out of it. So then tomorrow morning I'll wheel it in here and they can get stuck into it. Andrea can go on with detailing the interior up. I'll get the wheels off, start painting them up, and just sort of getting really, really stuck into it. Next morning, guys, we are down here at the shop and we are ready to smash out a day on the HQ. I haven't looked at it. Might look worse today, I'm not sure. I scored big. Today I got this bench seat out of a HZ, but I believe it's the same style seat that's in the car anyway, and it is mint. So stoked on that. That come from Marketplace, and thanks to Rob at Classic Car Connect, he hooked me up with a grill. Look at that, mint grill. Stoked on that because the grill on mine is toasted. We also found a few goodies at Andrea's place on one of her cars with a dash mat here and some kick panels, and also a really good bumper for her Tirana, so that's a plus. So yeah, I'm gonna get stuck into this. Got Steve come down and measure up the carpet so we can put some fitted floor mats in it today, and yeah, see how good we can get this thing looking in one day. Right, well, I do a few trim repairs. Andrew's digging through the car, cleaning it out, and this car come from like, I don't know, 12 hours, 12 k's or something from Adelaide, like a long way in the north, and it was from in the opal areas. So she's pulling out all these bits of opal. We're gonna save it all and yeah, see if there's anything worthwhile. We might pay for the thing with its own opals, that'd be sick. Okay, while Andrew's out doing a parts run, getting some things for this ute, interior's all cleaned up now. Steve's head home to deal with a few interior bits on this thing, and I'm starting to pull some of the things down, like the grill. The grill's got to come out of the car, but I've noticed that the bumper's been pushed in a little bit. As you see here, it's sort of lapping the grill, making it hard to get out. So I'm going to do a bit of a repair on this thing. Fingers crossed we can get it looking a bit closer to what it should be. All right, the blocks are now in the car. They were pretty easy actually. Andrew's been busy, she's painted up these wheels now, and I'm gonna chuck them on, see how low the car sits. Then we can adjust the front accordingly. Keen as to see what this looks like, it's gonna be sick. Camera went flat again, GoPro went flat again, unorganized again. Bottom line is, got the front of the ute down, sitting nice and level, pretty happy with that. I do have to do the other side, only done one side, ran out of steam last night, but basically we're getting there. The interior, done a little bit of a tidy up on that as well. I just got stuck into it, stayed here pretty late. Done a bit of a clean up on the wheel here. As you can see, we've also mixed up some brown acrylic paint with a flex agent in it, which is will bond and flex with vinyl. So resprayed the vinyl door trims that Steve has repaired for me. That side has come up amazing. Had big holes for the speakers, so I've put some speaker grills over those. And as you can see in here, she's starting to look pretty mint. So the door trim's looking nice. Painted the scuff plates up, and we've got to do a little bit more tidying up on this one here. Also made some kick panels which didn't exist, so I cut some of these up out of some old signboard that came out of the booth over there. Steve wrapped those for me in vinyl. I've painted them in the correct color. This trim's been repaired as well. Get the interior all finalized. And then, yeah, just continue chipping away. Let's get stuck into this today. picking up where we left off last night, guys. We left here at about 10 o'clock, so it wasn't a super late one. And I've just been doing a little bit more tidying up around the back end here. You can see the detail I've sort of started to spend around these tail lights and around the bumper, badges, just to getting it nice and clean. Just to get off all that old grime that was sort of left from the desert pretty much. So I've got one tail light out. I am detailing that up because they look all faded and crappy. And obviously I have to finish this off with a set of my signature white walls. So I'm gonna get stuck into that this morning, try and get that all knocked out. We've only got about till 2:30 to get this thing out of here. It's about 10 o'clock now. We're getting super close to finish with this car. The interior's all buttoned up now, seats bolted in. Looks so good in there. I'm freaking stoked with how the interior come up. Steve done a great job of throwing the carpet together and a few other little repairs on some other bits to get that looking all neat and tidy. We've just finished running the buff over a few more little spots that were missed, and yeah, pretty much engine bay is all tidied up now. We just blew a little bit of colour here and there. Basically just cleaned everything with thinners. The leads come up like new. Done a service on it, oil change. I'm about to put a battery clamp on it, which it never had. New grille is all in, painted up. Wheels are looking good. Jake's just finishing off the steel panels over here. We just got to push one little dent out, just get that a little bit nicer than it is. And then, yeah, hit the road in this thing. We're nearly down at Gray's now. We're going to drop this thing off, see what happens. I think it's an awesome summer cruiser slash project for someone. Someone can make some adjustments on this car, tinker with it, but they can still get out and enjoy it in the meantime. All right, that's it. She's dropped off. It's sitting here in the warehouse at Gray's and stoked. Nice and clean, nice and dry in here. Happy with the result. Now we're just going to see what happens from here. Let's watch the auction. Okay, so the car went to auction and it didn't sell. But fortunately, I had the car advertised privately as well. And as soon as it got handed in at auction, I sold the car privately. I think we both ended up with a pretty good deal. I was super happy with the outcome of the HQ. I think the purpose of this episode was just to show what can be done with a really small amount of time and a very, very low budget. That car had been sitting online for well over a month with the price dropping to get the thing sold, and I think people just couldn't see past what was there. It doesn't take much to get these things looking great. Like I said, $1,500. I bought a $600 seat with that, and the rest was just a few little bits and pieces. Obviously some help from Steve, but even without that help, you can just throw some floor mats in it, a Mexican blanket over the seat, and you still got a pretty respectable cruiser. Super basic knowledge, super small budget, and a very small time frame, and turn that thing from an ugly duckling into a really cool weekend cruiser. So stick around on the channel because there is going to be plenty of upcoming stuff with some keeper cars. I'm going to be getting stuck into the LTD soon. Of course, Andrew's Tirana, and I'm looking to do the javelin stuff soon as well. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment, let us know what you think of the HQ. Please like the video and check out the online store if you haven't already, and I will see you all on an upcoming episode of The Iron Empire. Cheers, guys.